Hello and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm sharing with you how I made this wall decor piece up here. I'll show you more in just a second, but it was so inexpensive to make and I absolutely love it. It's one of my favorite things that I've made using Dollar Tree items, so make sure you stay tuned and see how I put that together. If you like DIY and crafting as much as I do, I'd love it if you would subscribe and give this video a big thumbs up. So before we get started, I do want to say that this video is sponsored by June's Journey. I was so excited whenever they reached out to me. I seriously love this game and can't stop playing. So June's Journey is a hidden object mystery game and it's set back in the 1920s. June is on a quest to solve the murder mystery of her parents. You get to go through these levels and find the hidden objects and clues to help her solve the murder. I've always loved hidden object games like this, and this one has such a strong storyline and thrilling storyline to go along with it that I think that's why it makes it so fun. So June's Journey is free and available on Android and iPhone, so make sure you go and check the links down below. I'll put everything in the description box down below, and make sure you download it because I know that you're going to love it. This game is really relaxing. It's so fun sitting down and playing it whenever we're winding down for the day, but it also has a lot of excitement for it, trying to solve and get to the next level. So make sure that you go check the link out down below if you want to give June's Journey a try. I promise you're not wasting your time. It is lots of fun. But thank you again to June's Journey for sponsoring today's video. So let's get started with our DIY. So to make this antique window, I'm going to be using 6 8x10 canvases from the Dollar Tree, and I made a video the other day about removing the canvas from these and then making some farmhouse signs. I'll link that in the iCard and down below, but I loved how they turned out and I got so inspired whenever I did remove the canvas and that real wood frame was left behind, and I got so excited thinking of all the tons of things that I can make. So you might see this in a few more DIYs just because I love the idea of it. So I'm just doing the same thing that I did in that video. I am taking a razor blade and I am just cutting on the outside of the staples, and I will say please be super careful to hold your frame really tight. The razor is very sharp, but you can see that some of the canvas shows from the front, so I did have to turn it back around and trim it off, but make sure that you cut on the outside of the staples and then just trim off the rest that won't be removed. I have had a ton of requests to make a window out of picture frames, and I've attempted to glue frames together before and I just never was satisfied with how it turned out. They were so fragile and just pulled apart. So whenever I had these 8x10 wooden frames that really square and fit together so nicely, I got so excited and thought this would be the perfect chance to make one of these windows. So as you can see, I'm just using hot glue. If you want to, you can use a wood glue and use clamps, but I just wanted a very convenient way. So I do recommend maybe mixing this with some wood glue or E6000. But I have had this hanging up for a few days now and it's still staying together really well and I love it. I glued the top and the bottom frames together first, and then after that dried I went back in with my hot glue and glued the 2 frames up and down to the next set. After the glue cools for a few seconds, I do try to push it down with my fingers just to make sure that none is bubbling up from the front. After all the glue had dried, I'm using some of my Waverly chalk paint in matte white, and I'm just going to give this a nice thick coat to cover it. You can use some wood filler if you want to fill in those cracks in the front, but I didn't mind just because I'm going to be going over it with some different colors and it will blend in. So the easiest way for me to paint this was to lay it down flat and paint the entire front, and then I picked it up on each edge and then painted the same side on each frame before I moved to the next section, and this helped me not to forget or miss places to paint. I did want this to look distressed and older, so I'm using some of my mineral color in the Waverly chalk paint, and I'm just trying to get a tiny bit on my brush just to kind of dry brush it in on top of the white paint. I know it's not really picking up on camera as good as it is, but it does dry a little bit darker so you're able to see there. And then some places that I got it too dark, I just went back and tried to match the other side. And then make sure that you do pick this up and you do paint a little bit of that color on the inside. I love how those streaks look, and it does give it more of a vintage look. I decided that I was going to go ahead and add a little bit of darker color in there as well, so I'm using the antique wax color in the Waverly chalk paint too. Once again, I tried to just add a tiny amount to my brush so that it wouldn't just paint on there, but add some little bitty streaks in there. While I was letting my window dry, I wanted to start working on the wreaths. I just picked up 2 of these willow wreaths from Dollar Tree, and they are both not circle and it kind of fallen apart, so I wanted to put 2 together to make it stick up a little bit more from the window. And I tried to tack this together with a little bit of hot glue, but it didn't hold together very well, so I did go back in with a little bit of floral wire to connect these together. I'm using a very old pair of scissors to cut this wire. Believe me, I know that it will ruin my new one, so I am super careful with them. But I just connected the 2 with this wire just to make sure that it would stay together. If you wanted this to 100% be a Dollar Tree DIY, then I showed you those little white flowers. I think those would be really cute at the bottom of this wreath, especially for spring. But I picked up these eucalyptus leaves from Walmart, and they were $3 each, so it is a little bit more pricey. But this is something that I really did want to hang up on my wall for a while, so I did want to use the best quality flowers that I could find. And I just love these. I think they are so pretty, and they're the perfect color. They go in my dining room. I have a picture that's hanging on the wall that matches this, so I just really wanted to use these. To add these though, I just removed them with some wire cutters, and then I just hot glued the stems down going opposite directions. And then of course I wanted to add a burlap bow to the top. I thought this would just make it look really finished and put together. I know most wreaths have a big bow on them, and I am just going to make a super simple little bow by looping the ribbon over to kind of see what size that I want, and then I take that back to measure for my other ribbon. Shooting me with words, but I won't let them bruise. So I know I make a bow all the time, but I just like to go over it again and again so that you can get it. It's so super easy to make a bow like this. I just fold it into thirds the size that I want it, and then I tie this all together with a jute string. Because I want little tails hanging off of this ribbon, I also cut a piece that was longer than the little bow so that they would hang down. Even though it hurts, I won't show it to you, 'cause it will ricochet. I won't let it bite. I will look at you and tell you that I'm all. I always do try to help it scrunch together a little bit before I double knot it, just to make sure that it ties perfectly in the center, but I just double knot this and cut off the excess jute string. Alright, like a ricochet, it will come back to you. Let me tell you, So to add the bow to the wreath, I just tacked it on there with some hot glue. You definitely could run a wire through it as well if you wanted to make sure it stayed on there forever. And then it was the exciting part to attach this wreath to the window. I first tried to tack it down with some hot glue, and I didn't get it exactly in the right spot, and I could tell it wasn't going to last forever. So I ended up flipping this over and then weaving some wire through the back, and I made sure that I pushed it over to the side though to make sure it wouldn't scratch my walls. So I was so excited with how this turned out. I love it, love it, love it. And you can create a window like this for only $6 for the window, and then you can decorate that with something that you already have. A lot of us already have wreaths that we've made before, so you can just add a bow or maybe some new floral and use items that you already had. But I love, love, love how this turned out, so you'll have to let me know in the comments below how you think it turned out. You enjoyed this video. Like I say, I think this is one of my favorite things that I have made from Dollar Tree so far. It just looks really nice and looks like it was inspired from something from Hobby Lobby or Kirkland's, so I think it turned out really cute. And remember, if you want to play June's Journey, then go check out the link down below. Thank you all so much for watching. Bye!